welcome to 5. Spencer, thanks for joining us.
No problem, mate. Thanks for having me.
He looks very proud at the moment, and I can see why. I'm going to make a call, man. EA, I'm coming to speak to you. FIFA, what is going on?
To be fair, your stats are on point. It's just they've been way too kind to me. That's the problem. 88 is actually really good. Like,
yeah, it's good, but it's not me.
You know, I've been. You haven't got that hair anymore, that's for sure.
No,
but I've been actually come straight from one of the big competitive FIFA events, and almost every single person used your card in their team.
Is it?
Which they could use any card in the entirety of FIFA, and almost every single person had Ferdinand at centre back. So you should be happy with that.
Actually, that's made me feel a lot better. Actually.
No one had me in there for two reasons. One, I'm not in the game. I'm not actually from a footballer. And two, if I was, those numbers would be the other way around, and I'd be 9 rated. But
when I look at other people's pace and think that he's not quicker than me, and they've got like 84, 85 pace.
Like strikers and things.
Like strikers who couldn't.
But who are you definitely quicker than striker-wise? It was perceived to be fast.
Go on, then let's have a little think.
Michael Owen, still faster? I think he's about 89 in the game. Michael Owen.
Is he?
Yeah.
Depends. When we was younger, I think I'd beat him. Michael,
when he was younger,
I've definitely beat him now. You see Michael now, I beat him now all day long. I was picking my team of the year. I've gone through it.
It's decent.
Let's see what you think. So for goalkeeper, I've gone for Hugo Lloris.
Yeah. I think there's a couple of people you could have maybe had instead, in my humble opinion.
Go on then.
I think Lloris is on my shortlist. Obviously, the PFA went with De Gea. But if you wanted to go a little bit out there, you could look at someone like Heaton. I know his team's not necessarily smashed it, or even someone like Pickford.
Yeah. But I can't put a goalkeeper who's going down.
No, you can't. You're right. I've got no issue with Lloris. I'd say it's between him and De Gea, and yeah, I don't mind Lloris in there at all.
I've gone for right side centre back with a 3. Michael Keane at Burnley. Just got an England team.
Yeah.
Ex-Man United player. So that's how I knew of him before.
And I know I've seen you retweeted one of your old tweets from 3-4 years ago saying look out for this kid. So you had a good shout with him because he's been really good. Probably going to move, I reckon, in the summer maybe. Yeah. But so who else you got? You got David Luiz.
I've got David Luiz centre. Yeah. Top of the league. He's been pivotal in the way that they've played this season. And left side, I've gone for Ascapoleta. I think he's been really consistent for Chelsea as well. I think they play better. When he plays, they play better. Right, so right wing back, I've gone for, he doesn't normally play there, but he plays right wing, and I think he could play there, is Wilfried Zaha.
Yeah.
He's got a load of assists this year, his game's improved this year, end product, scoring some goals, and I've seen he's just destroyed full-backs.
I personally wouldn't have Zaha in my team. I think he stood out at a few certain moments and had big, again, for the same reasons you've left out a few boys, Palace, apart from recently, have struggled. I don't think until recently he was clocking enough actual goals and assists, but he has come on along this year. He's probably the only person in your team I've got a real issue with, if I'm honest, mate. He could just squeeze onto my bench, but he wouldn't be in my starting line.
I think Wilfried divides opinion all the time anyway, because of the way he plays. So left wing back, I'll go with Danny Rose.
Yeah.
Tottenham, I think without him, they're not as good a team. He runs the whole left side on his own.
What a few years he's had. 3 or 4 years ago, I didn't see him get into this level. Same I think with probably Harry Kane 3 or 4 years ago. People would never have anticipated him to do what he's done.
Centre midfield, I'm going to go with Kante. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
He's in, isn't it?
Player of the year.
Yeah.
2 years in a row, really. I know Mahrez got it last year, but we've seen this year, I think, how big a part Kante played in that Leicester team. Just
an important figure in any team that he plays in. For a defender, them 3 at the back will be sitting there thanking that I've put him in there.
How good is he? Like, is he the best at his job in the world right now?
Right now, yeah. Defensive midfielder. For defending and stopping other players and teams on attacks and counters, he's the best. And then the other, his midfield partner, I'm going to go with Dele Alli.
Yeah, smashed it.
He's been a joke this year.
So good.
Goals. To be the age that he is and to score so many goals, and he's influenced so many games.
If you look at his trajectory, he's outperforming Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes, all those guys that dominated the English midfield. How good could he be? Like, is he gonna outgrow Spurs soon? We talked to him about Real Madrid being interested in all this sort of thing. Like,
I think the biggest thing for him is timing. When you leave for Spurs, I don't think it's if he's or is he going to leave Spurs. I think it's when he's going to leave Spurs, but just don't go too early. Moving forward, I'm going to go on the right wing. I'm going for Mane.
Yeah.
The influence that this guy's had on the Liverpool team, even when he hasn't scored, has been ridiculous.
When he's not there, they just don't look any good.
Yeah, they're not any good. They've got no drive. They've got no one that runs through, no pace, no one who's got that little bit element of you just don't know what they're going to do.
This is for me. I personally would have had Mane on the bench, and I would have changed formation. Basically, I would have had Kane and Lukaku, and on the whips I would have had Hazard, and I would have stuck Sanchez in there. Now I know that Arsenal have underperformed this year, but for me, if you take Sanchez out that Arsenal team, they're in like relegation form.
Yeah.
Like he's literally the reason that Arsenal have done so well.
On the left wing, I'm going Hazard.
Yeah, I mean he's got to be in there.
He's that. I know he's been the most exciting player I think in the league for me this year. I think in terms of taking on teams, driving his team on, skills. He had a dip last year, and people were saying, "What's happened?" Questioning him, and he's come back this year.
Well, first of all, I can congratulate you because you've got a Belgian in there. You have to have a Belgian in every team. That's a rule. You've got a couple of Belgians in there. But for me, in modern football, if you don't have a Belgian in your team, you're doing something wrong. That's why West Ham are struggling right now without any Belgians. So get some Belgians in, Slaven. That last season is a concern for me. World-class players, they don't tend to go off the map like he did. Why is it all because they weren't playing for the manager? What is it?
I don't know. He didn't perform. I don't know. Something happened last year between him and the manager, I think, and he lost his will to go out there and perform, and maybe lost confidence at that point as well, and so that just prolonged his dip in form. Like you look at the Ronaldos and the Messis, they're not human. They're doing stuff that's never been seen before. So you can't compare them to Hazard. But if you're looking at the next rung, you're looking at Bale, Neymar, Suarez. I think he's coming into that.
Yeah.
And I think he probably needs another season of doing this, where you can say, consistently now he's doing this on a regular basis. And then number 9 in this team, I'm going to go for Lukaku. I could have gone for Kane.
Yeah.
But he's top scorer in the Premier League at the minute. What I like about him more than anything, I still think there's huge growth in him.
Well, if you were playing centre back, would you rather go up against Lukaku or Kane?
Kane. Yeah.
Because of the physical side of Lukaku, because he's a bit pacier.
The pace. The physical elements. If they were both playing on firing on all cylinders, listen, they'd both be hard to play against.
Yeah, of course.
Don't get me wrong, but I think Lukaku's just got that extra explosive power and pace that, as a defender, you think.
Well, it's a good team, mate. I think you've done well. I think that's probably would win the Premier League comfortably. That team.
Nice one. Conte's the manager, by the way.
Yeah, got to be, isn't he?
He's got to be. Come in, turned it around for Chelsea, turned their fortunes around. They're top of the league.
Right. There you go, it's a good team.
Spencer, thank you very much, man.
No
really
problem,
appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Top man, nice one. Now make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Rio Ferdinand Presents 5.